How'd you learn to become this financially savvy?
My first credit card was my biggest enemy. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcos Ingles. I was in the service. For 4 years, I was in 1141, an electrician, the United States Marine Corps. In the service, you are required to have a 5-year plan. That 5-year plan is going to establish all that you need to do in order for you to succeed out in the civilian life. My plan when I got out of the service was to survive. It was kind of like you're taking your first step out into adulthood and all you've known is the service, what people tell you to do. Now you're living your own life. As I started to learn that my interests were acting again, I started developing a new 5-year plan that allowed me to get what I need to move forward with headshots and my reels, and understanding that this is something very important, very crucial to really work on, because that's my end goal. Like, that's what I want to accomplish, to be a prestige actor. The one thing that really stuck to me is I have to ensure that with everything that I do, I have these logistical movements in order for me to really go into that. So my monthly goals and whatnot, and making sure I get to that specific thing. So if it's a class that I'm taking, how much that class is going to be costing. The headshots, if I need reels that are intensive, I need to have, this ability to just take care of that. And if something was to come about it and I get an opportunity from that, then I know that I was doing it within my means and I'm not getting in copious amounts of debt. So sometimes the plan changes, the plan pivots. We go by the 3 Ps. You gotta plan, pivot, and be persistent, right? So you're just moving forward and having yourself be on a cleaner and easier path. Sometimes life is not all sunshine and rainbows, We have to be able to adapt and overcome. Please be concise and direct with all the things that you're gonna be doing. Knowing and understanding where your finances are going. Don't be like everyone else that is wasting them away on fast food and food delivery services, and take account of all the stuff that you are spending your money on. So one of the features I use a lot on the app, right, is the monthly tracking and how you're able to view all the stuff that you're wasting your money on, basically. I feel like for the most part, when I had my situations that occurred when it came to moving out and, transitioning out of the service, when I had to really allow myself to really encompass okay, what money I'm gonna be spending for the furniture, what money I'm gonna be spending on the new gas bill, the new electric bill, and having that basic ability to view everything in its own format. Here's all the money I am spending monthly for all of my bills, and then what amount of money is going to be going into my saving account, and then what money is going to be going to the credit cards that I had used to move out with. Pivoting, right? Pivoting is one of the most crucial steps in the 3 Ps. Sometimes there's an easy way we go about things and then another way. For example, in my personal experience, I was going through a divorce, and that divorce kind of threw off all of my finances. Everything that I had worked up to that point, I had to move out, I had to find an apartment to stay in, I had to find a location that I'm gonna be going to school at. It was just one of those things where it really took me by surprise, and I just didn't know how to react, how to move forward. And then here I am, persisting. The third and last P, allowing yourself to really be cultivated in that. And I feel like one of the very important things that you need to remember is that, the world is not going to stop for you. You just have to keep moving forward. There's not going to be a single moment where you're going to just have, someone just cradle you and say, hey, everything's going to be fine. Just moving forward, you know what I mean? It's your life, you're in control of it. The idea behind it, the planning, the pivoting, and being persistent with that is very crucial in order for you to keep moving forward. I have my weekly goal, my monthly goal, and ensuring that you use the monthly spending tracker. You have to use it. It's something that's gonna give you the peace of mind that you're not even gonna be worried about what's gonna be, happening in the next couple of days, because you already know where you're scheduling your money and time for. I've been through the ringer myself with past experiences and whatnot, but I do know that, through it all, you have to have that 5-year plan in order for you to succeed moving forward. I have to constantly be on my toes, making sure that I don't do anything without reason. So using your credit cards and whatnot correctly, and making sure you make those payments, and saving money just in case a rainy day does happen. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you have that 5-year plan in check. Make sure you have your monthly tracker when you're spending all your finances and whatnot in check. Take advantage of the automatic deposits. Use all of the finance tools, and this is me signing off. Yeah, thank you.